Sarah Bakri, and you are watching She's All That, the online show that celebrates, inspires, and empowers women. Welcome again, and thank you for tuning in. Today is your lucky day because I will be interviewing not one but two guests. In today's episode, we'll be talking about asking deep, meaningful questions using the card game that these two girls created. If you like playing card games like Uno, or if you're interested in how someone creates a card game and what's the process behind it, then please tune in. Okay, I'm gonna introduce our guests for today. We have
Sarah
and Sofia.
Sarah and Sofia. Sarah, can you introduce yourself a bit?
Okay, sure. I'm Sarah. Previously, I did marketing, and I like reading and art and music, and actually, I'm really into music. Working out, keeping healthy.
Sophia?
I think I'm like all over the place. Like right now, I'm currently working at an airline. Clearly, that's not so great because of the current pandemic. It's like Corona is bad news for us. And then before that, I worked like a bunch of different places, but I actually studied film. So I did that in college, and then I was like, let me do some other things. And then now I'm here today talking to you guys about what the new thing that we're doing now.
Yes, so let's talk about LUKA. I discovered LUKA on Instagram, and I'm so happy I stumbled upon your Instagram page. Can you talk what LUKA is?
So actually, our brand from LUKA, it came about as an idea because we wanted to do. I had always had this idea of having like a curated accessory brand. So every month, for example, we have this is our bag of the month, this is our shades of the month, this is our sunglasses or earrings or whatever. And then I shared this idea with her, and
which I didn't get. I misunderstood the idea.
She misunderstood the idea for like a solid month.
After we started.
And then when we were doing budgeting or whatever, she was like, I get it now.
I'm like,
And I was like, what were you doing for 1 month?
No, so I think I just misunderstood the concept. Yeah, because she wants to be like a curator, right? Like these, it's not necessarily like let's make sale, which is what I thought we were going for. Like, I was like, we can use the label resellers, and then she was like, why?
We are not resellers.
And I'm like, we resell things, we are resellers. And she's like, no, it's like
we're tastemakers.
Yeah, tastemakers. And then I was like, why? I don't get it.
And it took her a month to get it.
After a month, I'm like, oh, we are not resellers. And then it worked out, because then at first I was like, oh, I don't know. I honestly, at that time, I don't know, because I was like, why would I want to, like, I don't know, at that time, like, initially my focus was to make more money, because I don't know, I'm a capitalist.
Me too.
But she's not. And then after a while, I'm like, you know what, it's actually pretty fun. And we are making money. It's just that we are also being cool and like expressing ourselves more than we are making money.
So we started this in probably February.
Yeah, which is
probably probably let's sit down, plan this out. And then we went live in March, and this is our third drop, so our third collection of bags currently.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It turned into, it was more than anything, it was kind of like an experiment of our marketing skills, I think, because we are both in marketing, right?
Yeah.
So we took it as a challenge, like, let's experiment with different kind of aesthetics, different kind of tones of messaging, it was just one big experiment. And like she said, it just became more of like expressing ourselves and what we like, who we are, our taste in music, our taste in jokes, that kind of thing.
But that's why it's still very much all over the place.
Yeah.
Because as much as we are similar, but we also like change moods or something every day.
So is LUKA the two of you?
Yeah.
That is the two of us, yeah. And then, yes, so then we were primarily selling bags. So for the bags, we personally pick them ourselves.
Yes.
It's according to both our tastes. We both have
Cancel
to
each other
have
out,
we both have to give it a green light. If not, it's a no-go. And then we created the card
Our
game.
first product,
Yeah, our
yeah.
first proper product.
So that was kind of like a shift.
Yeah, that was a shift in our business.
Yeah.
But that's why people want curators, specifically for this, because curators pick items. It's not just everything. A lot of people they have an idea. Oh, I like this sort of style, but it's not clear. And that's the job of the curator to help identify and make it more streamlined.
Yeah. Yeah, nicely.
So I probably would get you faster than Sophia did.
Yeah. I was like, what?
And then you moved on, and then you discovered LUKA, the card game,
Yeah.
which I find very, very interesting.
Thank you.
And I'm very interested about it because, like I shared with you earlier, when I saw about LUKA Game, I was reminded of the Skin Deep game card and also the School of Life game cards, in which they ask important questions or deep questions or questions that help you get to know each other better. So tell me more about the card game. What is it about?
But also I feel like when you get older as well, you just get very used to like settling on surface level topics and surface level. So you can like hang out with someone for like 5 years and you see them every weekend, but not necessarily you know them. And I think that has always been something I personally am like, because when I care about someone or when I want to get to know someone, I want to properly know them. So yeah, I feel like this game is a vehicle or a tool that you can use in order to get to like have your relationships be more meaningful, be more deep. And I think that it works because both of us are very close. In like actuality, in real life, we are very, very close.
Oh,
so
very.
we very too close. So like when we were creating the game, it was like really cool to like see like, oh no, our question should be slightly more, the angle should be this a little bit more this way or that way, in order to kind of like recreate our friendship in a way, if that makes sense, the bond that we have.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anything, I felt like the older generation could benefit from this card game more than the younger. Yeah.
So who are the people that you see will be using this card game?
I mean, I think it's a big range, but some questions are, I wouldn't say difficult, but you definitely need like critical thinking, and so I think you have to be like minimum 13, because it's not like sexual or anything, but it's just very like some touch on like politics, some touch on like historical concepts, technology and stuff. So you need to be able to be like, what do I think? And it's a lot of like opinion-based questions.
Yeah, it's very
which really shows who you are. You know, like you gotta be like, all right, why, sir? Well, you don't play like that. You're like, why, sir?
Yeah, there's no judgment in
no
the
judgment.
game.
So that is a big part of our belief for this game, right? Like one of like in the manual, we have like the list of things that you should,
I saw that.
yeah, you should know or not do and things like that. So no judgment. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I don't follow it because it's hard, but you really try, you know, do not judge people. Yeah. And the second part of the question is, what was it again? It was what we hope to achieve.
Yep.
I mean, okay, this is for me. I don't think we've actually really like practiced this answer or anything, but this is what I think. What we hope to achieve is, one, we are doing something that we want to do, right? And like we're putting it out there to see if other people are supporting. Like, do you like what we like, or like, is this money making, or will this change your life? Like, I don't know. Like, what is the fruit of my labor? I guess. Like, what is gonna happen? So this is obviously a very small and adventurous thing that we're doing. So we're gonna see how it goes. But yeah, I think that is the main thing for me, is that we finally did something that's like ours with no restrictions and limitations.
Yeah, it really feels like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, and not just people, but businesses, like this cafe that we're in, restaurants, if they have those cards, you know, some places they have cards to ask each other on the table, right? That's a good icebreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can you share with us what's the production process, the design of it?
Okay, that is really cool question, because we are not graphic designers, but because we work in marketing, sometimes you just have to like put another hat on or whatever,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
But she got a lot better at it because she has Photoshop now, which is like good for you.
Photoshop!
Yeah. So we just discussed, like, because it was MCO, so we were like literally a video call every day.
It was
And-
MCO,
yeah.
Ramadan.
Yeah, so we had a lot of time.
We had a lot of time.
And we decided on the look and feel first, so she would do all the drafts.
Yeah.
And I'd be like discussing yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, in terms of design. And then, yeah, she finally made it happen. So thank you very much for that. And then, well, the questions were also all done on the phone as well. That was just a lot of countless hours of like, do you think you like this? No lah. How about this?
Then on the phone, you mean you ask
Each other, yeah.
We're like
We're
on FaceTime,
Yeah.
like with our laptops open, like, what do you think about this question?
Yeah.
I think from ideation to actual prototype in hand took about a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took about a month and a half. But that being said, it was a lot of like late nights.
Yeah.
And so the design portion actually went pretty smooth, I would
Yeah.
say, because we just like, okay, you like this, you don't like this, change. But the questions actually took a bit longer, I would say. We actually vetted through the questions multiple times. Just
before
to make
deciding on the final
Yeah.
batch.
Correct. And once the questions, we had the final 150 cards, we went through it again to look at phrasing, to look at how we were posing the question.
Yes.
Yeah, because that is also very important.
Yes.
So we did like test runs as well.
With, like,
of-
our friends
Yeah,
and stuff,
playing
yeah.
the game. Just to
Which
stimulate.
helped, because I think some questions were like so obvious to us, but then they were like, I don't get it. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
well.
that's one thing. And also when you're writing copy, sometimes you want people to understand it. The question should be as simple
Neutral, yeah.
as possible.
Right.
Yes, neutral. So when they're asking, you're not, it doesn't sound condescending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound too intrusive.
Yeah.
So how do you put it in words that sounds like it's just an open question? And 150 cards. That's quite a lot. How did you guys decide not to focus on just one topic? For example, there are card games just for families, there are card games just for relationships, there are card games just for couples. So how did you decide, not just for politics, how did you decide to do all the topics, different topics?
I mean, I think like we said before, this game is us, and we talk about literally all these things.
I was just about to say
Everything,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, like you would, everything that is in there, we have probably discussed it between the two of us. Because we do enjoy, like, we enjoy politics, we enjoy, like, what if futuristic stuff. We enjoy mostly really emotional stuff.
Like what?
Like, I mean, not emotional, but like when you really stop and think about this whole, like, the life that you're living, right? Because I think a lot of people don't do that, or they don't like to. They don't like to tap into what's really in your head or whatever.
Yeah. For example, if like let's say I'm having a really bad day and I'm like, oh, I'm having such a bad day, and I tell her, we kind of like dissect it.
Yeah.
That's like our friendship. It's like we are like, okay, that comes from what? Is that a secondary emotion? What actually are you upset about? So that's how we talk. That's how our conversations go. When we like deconstruct whatever it is we're talking about.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you really boil down to the main values or the main beliefs of whatever it is. So our game is essentially that.
Yeah.
It's like if you play this game with a group of people, you can see where they fall on the spectrum. And if you vibe with that, you vibe with that. If you don't judge, talk about it.
Yeah.
Debate about it, discuss about it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like what I see when we play it, or like just as people, I think the two of us, I think our strongest traits or whatever are probably like logic and romanticizing things.
Isn't that completely opposite?
Exactly. So it's
Humans are
it's complicated.
multifaceted.
Yeah.
They're not one-dimensional.
And it's always one or the other, or sometimes it's like a contradicting thing that we're feeling.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I feel like a lot of people can't detect what emotion they're feeling. Like you think you're mad, but you're actually frustrated. It's like it's different.
You're actually disappointed.
Yeah, I understand. This is also something that I personally am discovering myself. So when you talked about it, I completely get it.
Yeah.
I think it happened maybe last month. I was mad at someone, really mad, and then I was telling my friend, oh, this person did this, and then my friend asked me, why are you mad? I said, because this person did all this, and she said, really? What's the real issue? And I was like, what do you mean the real issue? I get what you're saying. Sometimes we just go about our days doing doing things repeatedly, but we don't really think exactly why are we feeling these emotions. And I was talking about it with my friend, and she was talking about intentions. What's your intention? I
You
was
would love the game.
You would love
And I
the
was like,
game.
You would love the
You and
game.
your
What
friend.
is intention? Just deliver intention. What's his intention? And it's never about the other person. It's always about
Correct.
yourself. It's never about the other person. Whatever emotions that you're feeling,
That's very true.
whatever the reality that you see is probably just what you constructed
Yeah,
yourself.
perception is reality. For
Perception,
real.
yeah. So I totally get what you're saying. So this card would help them think more about their own thoughts.
Yeah.
Why they have such opinions, because there's a lot of opinions.
Yeah.
And I think what really works about the game, if I'm to toot our own horn, is that
Please.
dude, is that okay? So you can play the game from 2 to 6 players. Okay, 6 is the
Yeah, it's
upper
not just
limit.
2 people, right?
It's not. You can play up to 6 people. And when you play it in a group that large, let's say I'm asking you the question, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
what do you think about so and so? Everybody will kind of think about their own answer while you think of your own answer. And then when you answer, your answer, for example, might be completely different than hers. So then that incites a discussion between the both of you, and then everyone else will chime in. And at the end of it, everybody is talking and everybody's learning different viewpoints. And that's just like, I don't know, to me that is like
Beautiful.
that's bonding, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the cool thing about the game, is that every time I've played it and it is with a big group of people, I feel closer and to everybody, and I like everybody so much more at the end of that.
So I think that's all I have to ask about LUKA. Is there anything you want to add about LUKA before we move on to a short game?
Didn't see that coming. I don't know, just like check us out and look out
Check it
for
out.
our new stuff, because we are definitely going to be growing this for a while. It's definitely going to be a thing that we're going to be pursuing.
Yeah.
And I almost forgot the most important questions. What's your favorite questions? There's 150, so I think it's fine if we share two.
Oh, I have to think about this.
What's power card?
I'll tell
you
her about the
tell
card
her.
while you do that. So basically, the power card is, so let's say I'm asking you a question. So I take a card out of a deck, but it says the power card. So I get to keep that card to use at any point of the game, and it's to dig deeper, to go deeper with your answer. So you can use it once and use it with any player at any time to get them to go deep. So let's say you answer a question, but you answer it surface level, and I tak puas hati with that.
So you pull out
I will be like, tell me more. But, yeah. So we have 4 of those in the game,
Okay, I hope
which
I can.
spices things up. Yeah, it's nice to have, but it gets like, you get nervous when somebody has it and there's a question that you don't know how to answer, or you don't want to answer too deep.
Okay, I got it. I switched it up. It's not what I initially wanted to do. But yeah, I got it.
Okay. Would you like to share?
Okay.
You want to go first? You go first.
Okay, so mine is, what is the line between, sorry, where is the line between art and not art?
Let's go.
So where do you draw that line?
Not
Not art, yeah.
Not art?
Not art. So like
Not
between
art,
yeah, what is
uh-huh.
considered art and not? Yes. I mean that's a very
Yeah.
difficult question to answer
Because
in a
like
minute.
music is art, a song is art.
This is art. Is
That-
it?
is it art?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is a line in an article art that you like? If like
And if you play with like people who are artists or like musicians or whatever, yeah. They
their
they are
answers will be completely different.
Yeah,
But if you play with like a corporate business
yeah,
person,
it'll be
they're
like
a painting.
museum, yeah.
Yeah.
Straightforward things.
Yeah. They're like,
And
what
then you
is
can
that?
be like, oh, but you don't think like coffee art is art, and then they're like, oh my god, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that question.
That's a good question.
Okay, your turn.
Mine is, what bad quality would you mind your partner having? So, I
Laziness.
personally don't know how to answer that question. Even when we created the question, I was like, I don't know how to answer this question.
Do you guys have partners?
Right now,
I have a boyfriend.
I'm dating someone.
Yeah, dating someone. And I could never answer the question because a bad quality is already subjective.
Yeah.
So you get to learn about what people think. And so I think one of the answers that usually comes up when a boy answers is messy, like they don't mind messy girls. And to me that is so shocking because I thought, I wouldn't think that is something that they wouldn't mind. Because if I were to answer the question, I would say, I don't know, maybe someone who's not ambitious or something. Like those are the qualities that I look for in a partner. So yeah, very interesting all the answers you get. Yeah.
So that would be the deal breaker, not ambition.
Yeah, deal breaker.
Yeah, retweet.
Retweet. Yeah.
Or when you ask the questions, the person, if they already have a partner, they could just pick one characteristic of their partner.
Yeah,
Because
which is
since
what
they already accept that person.
Yeah, which is what I.
So I'm gonna play a short game called Burning Questions. So I'm
Okay.
gonna ask one question and you will answer the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
So the first question is, what fictional character that you wish were real in real life?
Ooh, Disney princesses.
I was gonna say somewhat like Harry Potter. Anyone from Harry Potter?
Oh, that's cool. Shit, yeah.
Disney princess. Why?
That's sick, dude.
When you said that, I imagined all the new Disney movies, the real life.
Oh
movies,
yeah, not
like-
the new ones.
like
I'm talking about the
Aladdin.
OG, like before Moana and stuff. Like,
Have you seen our latest promo for the cards? The
I
Disney
saw it.
princess?
I saw it.
Those
But it's like a
princesses.
short snippet. I was like, where's more?
yeah.
Is that just a preview or what?
Is this a
Yeah,
preview?
we are.
They're teasing.
Yeah.
Teasing. It's a
Teaser.
teaser.
That's smart.
But yeah, I would say anyone from Harry Potter because I'm just obsessed with that universe. Like growing up, I just wanted to be part of it. Yeah.
Mm.
So who's the one person?
The one person from Harry
Oh,
Potter,
it has to
Yeah.
be one person.
Hermione.
See, I just commented.
Hermione Granger.
Oh my gosh.
Love her.
That's a cross between Disney because she's Belle.
Oh, that's true. Shit, if it's just one person.
One princess.
No, then it would be like someone from like Professor X from like, from the
Stop
X-Men.
it. Okay.
I want him to be real, and then I'll be like his best friend, and then be like, X, what is he thinking about?
Show me the chamber.
Yeah.
I forgot what's the chamber called.
Cerebro. Yeah. Where is Jean? Yeah, X-Men is like, I'm not into superhero movies at all, but X-Men is my jam.
Third question. Okay. What's the most embarrassing thing that you've been caught doing in public? Since it's public, you can share.
Ooh.
Most embarrassing
But
thing
caught in public. Caught.
Caught doing. What did I do? Did I do anything embarrassing?
I mean,
recently?
like super. I don't know. I don't remember like a number one, but I remember wearing like a long maxi dress.
Okay.
And then, so this was when I was studying in Boston when it was like cold as winter. I don't know why I was wearing like a maxi dress.
So far, the story seems nice.
Yeah,
Nice
okay, like
message,
woo
yes.
woo woo. And then like the wind was really strong, so then my skirt just went all the way up. And then it was like right in the middle of the city with like so many people. And then I got so embarrassed, I went home. I just got out of the train station and that happened, and then I was like,
Nope.
It's a bad day. I'm gonna go home. Then I got sad for like a week. So yeah.
But no one caught it on camera, right?
I don't know.
Maybe it's out there somewhere.
Maybe it's out there somewhere. That was a sad time.
It's okay, you could just think you're Marilyn Monroe.
But it
But,
wasn't
like, all the way.
Nothing was left to the imagination.
So sad. Okay, you go.
No, I'm a very clumsy person. So I think one time, so my college was near office building where like all these like suits were, and I went there to beli the menus to beli something, and then I tripped in front of like all these like office people. And then everybody just like going for their lunch break, and everybody was like, "Are you
Sister,
okay?"
yeah.
And I was like bleeding. So
You
I was
were
like, "I'm
bleeding.
fine." I was like, I'm fine.
I think that's just the end of it. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, and I hope the card and also LUKA goes well. I hope it grows, and all the best in your jobs also.
Thank you so much. That was really
Thank
nice.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Please share in the comments if you could pick a question to be put and used in the LUKA game card, what would it be? Please share with us so we can all look at each other's questions. Please press like and subscribe to our channel, and please enjoy this special performance. I'll see you next week. Bye!
It's just looking like I might just wanna stay. Can't remember much about yesterday. Crown is glowing, I'm slowing my stride with every step. Electric rivers flow by the silhouette trees. We skinny dipping, soaking all of our past dreams. And all my new friends dazzle like they're royals. This place, the skies are vast and no one's a familiar face. But I'm not afraid. Kinda feeling brave. The winds of change have nothing on the switchblade blade. I'll take it to my grave. The night is young and it's wild. I'm only feel like a child on the crown of a mountain on a cookie going for miles. I don't know what's coming next. I feel a buzz in my legs, but heaven knows that I'm quick on my feet and good with a blade and some old-fashioned faith in a place like this. Feeling bulletproof and far from faces I don't miss. So many brand new risks to take, and I'm feeling brave. The winds of change have nothing on the switchblade blade. I'll take it to my grave. Line and silver, grass is greener, and I'm on my way. Brightest flicker, ain't no quitter, I'll be here to stay. Line and silver, grass is greener, and I'm not afraid. 'Cause I'm running with a switchblade. Line and silver, grass is greener, and I'm on my way. Brightest flicker, ain't no quitter, I'll be here to stay. Line and silver, grass is greener, and I'm not afraid. Cause I'm running with a switchblade.